Yes guys, we are back with another vlog. Today it is pull. I'm at Apex Gym. Fantastic kit here for this session. Really enjoy it. So I'm going to take you through the full session. As all my other sessions, all my other vlogs, take you through all my working sets, chat a little bit along the way, hopefully not waffle too much, and have a damn good session. So yeah, I'm feeling fresh. I'm a bit weird today. Today is a Wednesday. I normally train on this on a Tuesday, but my week's been a bit muddled up. But we move. And the other thing, you probably can't see, but I'm in desperate need of a haircut, so I can only apologise there. So yeah, let's get in, do a bit of stretching. I'll do my abs. I won't film that shit for you. And then we will get into the session. Right, so we are off to a good start. That is the first exercise, single arm, hammer strength pull down. I really like starting off with a single arm movement on back, lat focused. If you're really looking at building your lats, really, I think single arm vertical pull and a single arm horizontal pull are really beneficial. But because I'm not actively looking to sort of build, I'm just looking at training hard. Single arm stuff does take a bit longer, so I just do a pull down to start. Really get into the lats, load it with a good contraction, and then move on with the session. Everything else now will be double arm, just because it is, like I said, more time efficient. So yeah, happy with that. A little bit more weight on the first set and the second set. Fraction down, I think I'll do a rep down on each set, but again, I'll look at progressing that next week. Okay, so movement 2 done. I always like to do chest supported row, generally second. Obviously with the chest support, you can't really cheat too much. Even if you get a little bit of body English, there is only so much that you can get away with. So in terms of kind of keeping things strict and locked in, it's great. I also like it because generally you can get a really nice stretch there. So this is the first time I actually used this in a very long time. I've been rotating between the prime row and the chest supported T-bar, but today I wanted to try it. I felt really good. One thing I like about this is you can separate the arms, so my arms are working independently, even though I'm doing a double arm movement, which obviously means that the load through the back is, you know, symmetrical. So yeah, felt really good. I'm not one who kind of gets obsessed about lat bias, upper back bias. This probably will hit more upper back just because of the angle and the line of pull. But really, unless you are a long way down your road, just train your back. Your back will grow. Fair enough, in 3-4 years time, you might find that your lats have grown more than your upper back, and then you can become more specific. But as long as you're hitting, you know, a horizontal pull, a vertical pull, and you're training hard, you know, chest supported, free weights, I don't think you can go wrong. And again, the thing lacking in a lot of people's training is actual intensity and the desire to train very hard, because that is basically what you need to do if you want to add some serious muscle. So, pull down was the last one we did. Mag grip, slightly underhand grip. You'll notice on that, I'm not a form Nazi by a long stretch. There is body English, I don't really care. I think if your back is a weakness, and you really struggle to feel it, then really nailing execution control is important and should definitely be, you know, the foundation. But I know for me, I get a really good stretch on that. I really feel my back on that. So it's one that I do just sort of attack a little bit more aggressively, so to speak. As I am on this next exercise. Barbell rows, basic, brilliant in my opinion. I think well worth anyone, particularly the early stages of their training, getting good at. I never think I'm particularly good at movements, but that just drives me to keep working on them and keep getting better. But this has been a staple in my training for a long time. I have had periods off of it where, if I'm honest, I've been like distracted by the fluff of all these fancy machines. But when it comes down to it, a barbell row always feels fucking great. And I genuinely believe that the proof is in the pudding with the amount of people with amazing backs who do it. So, basic movement, the barbell row. I don't overcomplicate it. I think one thing that people, maybe when they're starting out, especially in this day and age, you've got to feel everything. It's a compound movement. You're not going to feel your lats or your back contract in the same way as you are on a machine row or a cable row or a single arm movement. So don't go looking for that. As long as you are, as it says, bent over, and it's not just a glorified shrug, then you're going to be fine. You know, I'm pulling the bar into my belly button, I'm at a good angle. There is, again, a little bit of body movement, but nothing that's, in my opinion, detracting from the movement. And again, like from an overall stimulus perspective, you know, I'm locked in, my hams and glutes are engaged, my lower back, my erectors are kicking in, and I can pull and load through, get a nice stretch. I just think it's great. You know, for me, who has had his fair share of lower back problems, having this in strengthens that. Having a hip hinge in my leg day strengthens that. And then some additional glute work, and touch wood, I'm all good. I might do a video actually on kind of what I do to maintain lower back health within training exercises, but that's for another day. For now, we continue here. Let's keep it going. Oh, this is always going to be a hot session. I'm really hoping my mic is okay and you're not hearing me through underwater vibes right now. So yeah, barbell row. Everything up until this point in the session, all exercises have been my classic, my preferred top set and back off set. Barbell row I do differently. I do think it's a higher risk movement. I don't want to put myself in any jeopardy. So I don't go to failure. I do 3 sets, 6 reps, and over time I'll slowly increase the load. So today was 130, nothing crazy, but then we are 4th exercise into the session. That felt really good today. That felt the best ones that he ever has. So 3 sets of 6, good load, good execution, building that movement pattern, and then next week, based off of how that felt, I'll probably go to 132.5. So very, very small increment. Well, just do 100 kilos, just rep it out. Again, that's just because it's a hard fucking thing to do. High reps, you know, it gasses you out, and I'm all for that. So. So that is the back portion of the session done, and I'll move on to biceps. So I finished off with a superset cable rows into barbell shrugs. Just a really nice way of finishing the back off. I like a shrug, you know, who doesn't want some meaty traps? And the cable row, I just think ties everything together really nicely. I go higher rep there. I did 3 progressive sets, so both row and shrug got heavier, 15 reps on all of them. And then the final set was to failure, so I think I got like 12 and 14. And then on the barbell shrug, as you see, I do a drop set as well, just because why the fuck not? Let's make it a bit harder. So now on to curls. So first exercise of biceps, single arm cable curls, facing away from the cable stack in a nice stretch. Again, I think doing single arm bicep work is very valuable. I would do more. Again, I'm more bothered about kind of time efficiency than I am necessarily maximal hypertrophy at this point for my own training goals. But I will always start with that. And yeah, feels really good. Nice stretch, big squeeze. Still loading it, still aiming for progressive overload. 3 progressive sets, 15, 12, last set to failure. Nice and simple. And then we're going to go into double arm cable curl facing now. Same rep style, set style, progressive to failure, into a drop set on this one. Might be retired, but I still always want to work on these shit arms. Bane of my life, bane of my life. Cable curls, progressive, max reps, drop set, max reps. Feel like I've got a bit of an arm, but we all know that's just fake. So yeah, we'll finish biceps off. I have got some ski erg to do after this as well, which I question why every week. But I get it done, because doing uncomfortable shit is good for you. Don't forget it. Right, so that is the weight session done. So finishing off on that superset, incline dumbbell curls, nice stretch. Just do 2 supersets there, so that into the dumbbell hammer curls. I'll load that a little bit more. First set, 12 reps on each. Second set to failure, just 2 sets. I feel that's all I need. I've done 3 sets, and to be honest, I just feel like I can't feel anything at all. I'm done by that point. So cut my losses and getting that done. We'll finish off on the ski erg. I will film that, and then I'll do a little wrap up of the video. But that was a very good session, very, very good session. Yeah, not a lot to it. I don't have bad sessions, to be honest. I love training, and whenever I'm in here, I like recording for you guys, but at the same time, I just love it when I don't have to, because I can just be so focused. Like today, obviously the focus is broken. I think anyone who films content will understand that. But hopefully it still gives a pretty true insight into my training. But yeah, like when I'm in the gym, I love it. I can just turn off, focus on me. My phone's on airplane mode. I have no distractions. I don't really talk to anyone. I keep my headphones in, and it's my peace, it's my place, it's my everything. So I don't have bad sessions. Good session. Let's finish with that horrible cardio. So the weight session may be over, but the HIIT cardio is still to come. This is where I always question my sanity. But needs must, I made a commitment at the beginning of this year, or the end of the competitive year I had last year, to do more cardio. And HIIT at the end of my sessions, I just find a really productive way of getting it done. So today is the ski erg. I find it complements back quite well with that sort of pull down motion. So it's pretty simple. 20 seconds max effort, 20 seconds rest, 20 seconds max effort, rinse, repeat. I do that 8 times through. I set myself a little target of trying to hit over 105 meters per 20 seconds. That just keeps me accountable to being as consistent as possible with the intensity. And yeah, this one hurts. The last sort of 3-4 reps are really hard, really burning, lungs, body, everything. But I get a great pump from it, and like I said, it's some kind of convenient cardio, I suppose, that gets done. Absolutely gassed after that cardio. Let's see what's what. Right guys, session done. That was a sweaty one, as all of mine are. I'm really hoping the audio is okay. I'll find out when I edit it. But no, very good session. Gives you an insight into what my pull sessions look like. I pretty much do exactly the same every week. I rotate every other week, like a couple of different exercises in, like a different version of a chest supported row, or a pull down or whatever. But for the most part, that's how they're structured. And every now and again, if I'm really kind of feeling like I just want to change, I will just change it up. Not something I recommend, but again, you know, bearing in mind where I am with my journey, not looking at actively competing and getting better as a bodybuilder. You know, I want to maintain my physique and I want to have fun with training, so every now and again I'll switch it up. But you know, if you want to make real progress, there's some tips in that video for sure, and really just rinsing and repeating movements, doing them well and getting strong. It's always going to be your best bet. I don't think there's any argument there. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll edit this, get that up, and I think we've had a bit of a break from the Pro Series for a couple of weeks. I can only apologise. It's not always the easiest to get everyone's calendars to align for filming that, but I have got 2 guys, well, 1 guy, 1 girl booked in for coming episodes, which I'm really excited about, and I'm always working on more because that series is not going anywhere. So if you haven't watched it, check out the playlist, check it out, like it, comment, really kind of hype it up. I don't really care if you guys like this stuff or not from me. You know, I do it because I love it, but that series for me is something that I really want to build and I'm extremely passionate about. So yeah, enough waffle. Have a great day, whatever you guys are doing. My session is done and I can now go home, eat and relax for a little bit. See you guys in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Nearly forgot.